Okay, so previously I created this database, PHP motors, and there's three tables. It keeps track of car classification, clients, and inventory. Now I want to add some data to this columns. I want to add some data to this table. Clients. So let's see if I can start again. Okay, so I just deleted the data that was there so that I can start afresh. Now the first SQL query that I'm gonna run in there is add the same line that I just deleted. This is just to confirm that my queries are functioning properly. Let's start by these are the best CRUD operations that we do in an office in a database. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to insert into clients table. Then we've specified here that we want to enter data into the first name column, the last name column, the client email, the client password, and the comment. So let's check comments. It's like that. Comments. There you go. Let me correct that here as well. Comments. So now the values that we're going to enter, they have to match the order of the columns. So now let's go. As you can see, we've inserted we already inserted that we've run this query into a successful. Now let's just check to see if we're successful. Now, from clients, so if I run this query, there we go. We have entered this information, this data. Now let's go and run the other queries. Let's run the second query, which is to update the second CRUD operation we're going to run. The second CRUD operation is to update clients table, and then we want to set the client level to 3, not 1. Then where the first name is Tony and the last name is Stack. This where clause is to be specific. You know, we might have more than one data entry that has the first name of Tony. So let's do that. There, that was successful as well. So now let's run our third query. Third query is to update the inventory. Let's do that. So we want to go to the inventory table. We want to into description and replace. Yeah, so we're changing the details of the description of the hammer. Let's run that. That was successful. Let's go to query number 4, which is an inner join. An inner join basically it takes data from one table and compares it with data from another table. So we are going to be combining data from we take from car classification and I think with inventory. Now where do the on the join where the classification ID in inventory, the classification in car classification, where they match with on that join, that's the condition of the join that we want, and then where exactly where the classification name is going to be SUV. Let's run that. There you go. We have 4 of those. So now let's run query number 5. Right. In query number 5, what are we doing? We're going to delete from our inventory the Wrangler. Alright, let's go. Yes, delete. That was successful. Now we have to run the last query, which is this one. In this last query, we are adding an extension. So I've already done that, so I'm just gonna do the rollback. So we're adding an extension to all the images within the thumbnail column, and as well as the image column. Let's see, there's an error. It's saying I have an error in my syntax. Let's see if I uncomment this. I had commented that out and run it like that. How is it going to? It's going to be another error. But if I do that, it's another error. Okay. So instead of doing that, what if we just end of it? Then let's see if this is going to be successful. That one worked. So what I can then do as well is to uncomment this bottom part. Then we can take this part off. And then here the bottom. Then which means this one is going to run first. Then if you do that, there's another error. Okay, it's not closing here. There. Now let's try again. There you go. That was successful also, which means this was missing here, so it should be able to run now. So that's it for the database and confirming that it's the queries are running successfully. Now I have created here a function within the library folder. This function, it connects to the database. Now if it's successful, it returns the link, which is the connection. But then if it's not successful, it's going to run an error, generic error message, which is going to be this one here. So if I click that, this will be the generic error message that is going to get created. Sorry about that. Now let's try that. Let's see if we're successful. So if we open in the browser, there's nothing getting returned. That is because there's no error yet. But then if I come back here and then I delete an S, which means it's not connecting properly, if I click on that, it generates that error. Now this is the error that I want it to run each time that we have an unsuccessful connection to the database. Now we have to confirm that this is passing the standard front end checklists. So it means our HTML does not show any error at all. We've been having problem with the CSS validation. Let's see if I'm going to win this time, but I can't really promise that. Now let me just do this wave so long. So this wave, it's showing no alerts, no errors. It's structure elements day 7, so this one is running properly. I'm happy with that one. Still want to use this error message. There you go. So the CSS has been acting really funny. But let me add back the S within here. So now if I open again, you see it's gonna go white. That's because it's connected properly. Now let's move on. What else do I have to show here? An enhancement too. So we have the so we have the PDO connection, we have the 6P is working, we have that one working as well. So it seems as if we have pretty much everything we want running properly. Right. So those are all the requirements for this week's work. We have the error message showing it marks all the checklists of the front end that the database is working. We have confirmed the query, and I think that's all for this week. Thank you. Catch you next time. Bye.